A tiny detail may have just revealed General Hospital's next huge twist. The rain-soaked docks of Port Charles have always been a place where truths surface, sometimes dragged from the depths, sometimes hurled like a thunderbolt. Lately, fans of General Hospitals swear the air feels different, heavier, as if the city itself is holding its breath. Whispers ripple across message boards and late-night live streams, a storyline twist so explosive it could redraw alliances, shatter families, and resurrect ghosts long thought buried. Is it a leak, or the collective intuition of viewers who've learned to read the signs? It began innocently enough, a lingering look between two characters who should have nothing left to say, a camera angle that held a beat too long on a hospital chart, a line of dialogue that sounded like a confession swallowed at the last second. Soap fans are detectives by nature, and when patterns emerge, they pounce. This time, the clues suggest a secret poised to detonate, one tied to bloodlines, betrayals, and a past crime that never truly healed. At the center of the speculation stands the hospital itself, that gleaming cathedral of hope and heartbreak. Recently, a veteran doctor, steady, compassionate, almost saintly, has been haunted by sleepless nights and evasive answers. Fans noticed the way they flinched when a patient's last name was spoken, the way their hand trembled signing a chart. Could it be guilt or fear? The theory gaining traction is chilling. Years ago, a fatal mistake was quietly covered up, and the miracle recovery credited to medical brilliance may have been a lie. If exposed, it wouldn't just ruin a career, it would implicate those who helped bury the truth. Then there's the family angle. Port Charles thrives on tangled roots, and this twist allegedly involves a child whose parentage was altered by desperation. Viewers recall a baby switched during a blackout, a fire alarm blaring while nurses scrambled. It was dismissed as chaos, but fans now believe it was a calculated move. The child grew up in privilege, while another family mourned a loss that wasn't real. Imagine the fallout when DNA tests start whispering what memories tried to forget. Love would curdle into rage, loyalty would splinter, and the child, now an adult with their own complicated romances, would be forced to question every memory of home. What's fueling the fire is the timing. Anniversaries matter in soaps. An upcoming memorial episode, rumored to revisit a tragic night from years ago, has fans convinced the writers are setting the stage. Expect flashbacks with new angles, scenes reframed to reveal hands in the shadows. Expect a character who once played comic relief to become the unexpected key. A bartender who overheard a panicked confession. A nurse who kept a locket no one asked about. Secrets don't stay secret in Port Charles, they metastasize. Social media sleuths point to casting rumors as well. A short-term contract for a mysterious newcomer, listed only as archivist, has raised eyebrows. What if this character isn't cataloging hospital records, but unearthing them? A misfiled death certificate, a lab result altered with a single keystroke. The archivist's calm demeanor could mask a personal vendetta, or a simple devotion to truth that threatens to burn the city down. In a town where silence is currency, honesty is revolutionary. And let's not forget the romance angle, because no twist lands without collateral damage to the heart. One beloved couple, finally steady after years of triangles, may be built on a lie. Fans noticed how their origin story hinges on a night no one remembers clearly. If that night is re-examined, consent and betrayal could be redefined. The kiss that started it all might have been a cover for something darker, or someone else entirely. Love letters could turn into evidence. Why do fans believe this secret is about to explode now? Because General Hospital has been planting emotional landmines. Characters are confessing smaller sins, making amends, asking for forgiveness, as if the show is warming us up for a reckoning. Redemption arcs are underway, and in soap logic, redemption often precedes revelation. You can't be forgiven for what hasn't been named. There's also the matter of the will. A recent rewrite, slipped into dialogue with surgical precision, reassigns assets tied to the hospital's founding family. If a hidden heir emerges, the financial dominoes would topple fast. Philanthropy would look like hush money. Scholarships would feel like apologies. The hospital's very name could be questioned. Of course, skeptics argue this is all smoke. Fans read too much into camera work, actors improvise, writers pivot, but history favors the believers. Port Charles has taught us that the quietest characters carry the loudest secrets, and that truth rarely knocks, it crashes. Whether this twist arrives as a courtroom confession, a DNA reveal, or a whispered admission at the docks, one thing feels certain: the status quo is living on borrowed time. When the secret breaks, it won't just change storylines, it will change how we see the past. And in General Hospital, the past is never past. It's a patient waiting in the next room, chart in hand, ready to be read aloud.